2025 BMW S1000R, Germany's precision response to the super naked arms race. The modern super naked is more than just a sport bike with its clothes off. It's the expression of a philosophy, one that balances sheer performance with usability, tech savviness with visceral excitement. The 2025 BMW S1000R enters this high-stakes contest not just as a contender, but as a calculated, evolved response to a category dominated by excess, speed, and style. BMW Motorrad didn't simply increase horsepower or swap plastics for a cosmetic refresh. Instead, the Bavarians took a methodical approach. Retain the soul of the S1000RR, re-engineer it for the real world, and imbue it with the control, refinement, and balance that define the brand. The result is a motorcycle that stands toe-to-toe with its Austrian, Italian, and Japanese rivals, not by outshouting them, but by outthinking them. Performance, designed for the road, not just the track. Unlike the RR, the 2025 S1000R omits BMW's proprietary shift-cam variable valve timing system. On paper, that seems like a drawback, but in practice it's anything but. The S1000R isn't a track weapon pretending to be a street bike. It's a street bike honed for riders who appreciate race-grade machinery but demand day-to-day practicality. BMW tuned the 999cc inline-4 to deliver 170 horsepower at $11,000 RPM and 84 lb-ft of torque at 9,250 RPM. These numbers slot it comfortably between the likes of the KTM 1290 Super Duke R and Aprilia Tuono V4. What sets the BMW apart, however, is the character of its power delivery. Where the Super Duke R serves up sledgehammer torque and the Street Fighter V4 dazzles with peaky theatrics, the S1000R offers a smooth, controlled build of speed. The revised final drive gearing, 1746, shortens the power curve, providing better acceleration out of corners and in low-speed situations. BMW's engineers clearly prioritized real-world responsiveness over dyno drama. This approach pays off. In town, the S1000R is civil and predictable. On back roads, it's lively and fast. And on the highway, it delivers acceleration that feels limitless without overwhelming the rider. Ride modes and electronic control, unmatched precision. The S1000R's electronics suite is a masterclass in rider-focused integration. 3 standard ride modes, rain, road, and dynamic, alter throttle response, traction control sensitivity, ABS intervention, and more. Riders seeking ultimate personalization can opt for the Dynamic Pro mode, which unlocks deeper customization. Throttle maps, wheelie behavior, engine braking, and ABS settings can all be fine-tuned to match riding conditions and preferences. Unlike some rivals whose electronics can feel intrusive or overly complex, BMW's systems operate with subtlety. Wheelie control, for instance, allows for small front-end lifts, but reins things in before they get out of hand. Traction control doesn't cut power abruptly, it tapers output smoothly, maintaining momentum and rider confidence. ABS Pro engages only when lean angle and braking force warrant intervention. In short, the S1000R trusts the rider, but is ready to step in, only when necessary, and never with a heavy hand. DDC suspension, engineering that reads the road. BMW's optional dynamic damping control, DDC, suspension system transforms the S1000R into one of the most adaptable naked bikes in its class. This semi-active system constantly measures inputs, throttle, brake force, lean angle, road surface, and adjusts compression and rebound damping in real time. Few systems are this intuitive. The difference is especially apparent on varied surfaces. On smooth pavement, the suspension tightens up, offering a taut, sport bike-like feel. Hit a series of bumps, and the system reacts in milliseconds, softening the ride to maintain composure and contact patch stability. By comparison, competitors like the Ducati Street Fighter V4S also offer electronically controlled Öhlins units, but BMW's DDC strikes a more refined balance between comfort and aggression. It's less harsh when riding casually, yet every bit as sharp under pressure. Ergonomics and usability, aggressive but accessible. The 2025 S1000R's ergonomics straddle the line between sport and all-day comfort. The upright handlebar position relieves pressure from the wrists and shoulders, making it ideal for commuting or long rides. Yet it still allows the rider to shift weight forward for cornering engagement. The seat height is a manageable 32.7 inches, and the bike's narrow waist makes it easy to flat foot for average height riders. While the pegs are slightly rear set to maintain ground clearance, they're positioned with enough care to prevent knee strain even on longer journeys. Compared to the extreme ergonomics of the Tuono V4 or the minimalist KTM 1290 Super Duke R, the S1000R finds a middle ground that will please a broad swath of riders. It's sporty without being punishing. Design. Understated but intentional, BMW moved away from its once polarizing asymmetrical headlight design, opting for a more cohesive, minimalist LED unit on the 2025 model. The rest of the bodywork follows this less is more philosophy. Every panel, crease, and component is purposeful. There's a machined, almost surgical feel to the entire bike. This isn't the sort of machine that draws a crowd purely by its looks, at least not in the same flamboyant way as a Street Fighter V4. But it does appeal to those who appreciate clean design, quality materials, and tight tolerances. It's visual engineering rather than visual drama. That said, for riders who want to turn heads and reduce weight, the M package adds carbon fiber wheels, an M Sport seat, and a lithium-ion battery, lowering unsprung mass and enhancing visual impact. These upgrades are not just cosmetic, they noticeably improve agility and responsiveness. Display and interface. Data done. Right, BMW's 6.5-inch full-color TFT display is among the best in the industry. It's bright, easy to read in sunlight, and offers a clean interface for accessing vehicle information, ride mode status, tire pressure, media controls, and navigation via smartphone pairing. Sport mode adds a dynamic telemetry view with lean, angle, brake pressure, throttle input, and lap timers, perfect for spirited weekend rides or track days. The BMW multi-controller on the left grip makes navigation through the menus effortless. Compared to the Ducati and Aprilia systems, which, while feature-rich, can feel more cluttered, the S1000R's interface is logical and calming. It reflects the bike's broader ethos: performance without chaos. Real-world use. The leader class that plays. Nice. What makes the S1000R especially impressive is how easy it is to live with. At low speeds, it's tractable and smooth. The ride-by-wire throttle avoids the jerky response that often plagues high-strung bikes. Heat management is excellent, and the clutchless shifting makes traffic far less annoying. Maintenance intervals are generous, and BMW's dealer network offers strong support in most global markets. For riders who want a do-it-all machine that doesn't require constant adjustment, the S1000R hits a sweet spot between performance and reliability.